I'm about to ruin friends for you forever, and you're gonna thank me for it. Your brain thinks Ross Geller is your friend. Same neural pathways, same emotional bonds. Which means for 20 years, you've been taking relationship advice from someone who will need a restraining order in real life.
I tried attacking 2 women, did not work.
Pause this video if you're not ready to see how 6 fictional characters rewire your brain to accept toxic love. Is still here? Before we go any further, rate Ross on a scale of 1 to 10. Remember that number. At the end of this video, I will ask you to rate him again. I guarantee it will be different. There are 3 psychological weapons friends use on you. The first one, it made your brain think Ross is literally your friend. The second weapon won't be revealed until we get to Rachel. And the third, that's the most dangerous one of all. Let me show you exactly how they did it. Level 1. The first weapon is called parasocial bonding. Friends gave you 88 hours with these people over 10 years. More face time than most actual friends. Your brain literally thinks Ross is your friend.
Good luck with your girlfriend.
Oh, thank you.
Same neural pathways, same emotional bonds. Once your brain thinks someone is your friend, it activates the halo effect, a cognitive bias where you automatically assume good intentions from people you like. The halo effect refers to the tendency to allow one specific trait of our overall impression of a person to positively influence our judgment. Take this scene as an example.
Of absence because I yelled at my boss, I started to get worked up again.
When Ross does something terrible, your brain thinks, oh, he must have a good reason.
It was my sandwich. Now calm down.
At laugh tracks, the study showed that people are more likely to laugh in response to a video clip with canned laughter than to one without a laugh track. Research confirms that jokes consistently get higher ratings when they are paired with laughter, making bad jokes seem funnier. Your brain thinks everyone's laughing, so this must be okay. 3 psychological weapons working together. Parasocial bonds make you trust him. The halo effect makes you excuse his behavior. Laugh track conditioning makes you think it's all harmless fun. The result, a generation who thinks jealousy is love and control is care. But this is just level 1 of the manipulation. The real damage comes from the characters you think are the victims. Level 2. Ross Geller, the nice guy paleontologist who actually a textbook emotional abuser. We were on a break. It's not a catchphrase. It's gaslighting 101.
I'm not completely devoid of sentiment. See, I have feelings.
I mean, watch the pattern. He never acknowledged Rachel's feelings, just repeats his version until everyone, including you, accept it as a fact. We were on a break appears 7 times, 7+ times in episodes.
A break from us.
We were on a break. I was unfaithful to her. We were on a break!
We were on a break.
That, for all I knew, could last forever. That, to me, is a break up.
But the gaslighting goes deeper. He didn't tell Rachel they were still married. He literally made decisions about her life without her consent. In the real world, this gets you restraining orders. On Friends, he gets you audience sympathy.
Gracie, I'm still your wife! What, were you just never gonna tell me? What the hell is wrong with you?
Monica doesn't just control, she makes you grateful for it. Force Chandler to wear what she chooses.
She gave me the green light. I did nothing.
Her partners cannot breathe without permission. But it's framed as quirky, right? That's not cute. This is psychological imprisonment with a laugh track. But here's what you don't see coming. Rachel Green, America's sweetheart, the victim of Ross' behavior. Except she's not the victim, she's also the predator.
Oh, Jessica!
Rachel perfected the second psychological weapon, intermittent reinforcement. This is when a person gets inconsistent rewards for engaging in a certain behavior. This unpredictable reward system is proven to be one of the most powerful ways to hook someone emotionally, changing and maintaining behaviors and resistant to extinction.
I said don't go!
When things we need, like love, are only granted inconsistently, unpredictably, and occasionally, it keeps us hooked. I mean, watch her pattern. Ross dating Julie in season 2. Rachel forced him to choose by leaving a drunken voicemail, confessing her feelings.
I am over you.
Your stupid
Ross moving on with Bonnie in season 3. Rachel convinced Bonnie to shave her head, making Ross find her unattractive. Ross getting married to Emily. Rachel flies to London to break up the wedding in season 4. Rachel's sabotage is consistent and calculated. This is not coincidence. Psychologists recognize this as creating addiction, unpredictability. The person becomes obsessed, building up so much despair and starvation that when they get a single scrap, the relief feels like
What
nirvana.
does this mean? What do you... I mean, do you want to get back together?
These are documented episodes. The one where Ross finds out, the one at the beach, and the one with Ross' wedding. Rachel's sabotage is consistent and calculated, but when he's actually available, when he wants to commit, suddenly she's not interested. She doesn't want Ross. She wants to know she can have Ross. That's a massive difference. And sweet Phoebe, the most manipulative of them all. She taught us that violating boundaries is cute. If you're honest enough about it, she consistently ignores people's stated boundaries for their own good.
And how people will believe anything you tell them as long as it's a compliment.
She manipulates through brutal honesty. She creates chaos, then plays victim. Then we have Chandler Bing. Could he be any more emotionally unavailable? Count how many times someone tries to have a serious conversation with him. Now count how many times he deflects with humor. It's literally every single time. His partners feel unheard, invalidated, emotionally abandoned. But the show framed it as Chandler being Chandler. And Joey, the lovable womanizer, who taught us that using people is okay if you're harmless about it. Joey literally has a system. Get them in, get them out. Leave no trace. He's proud of that system. The audience laughed at his system. We're literally applauding emotional inability and serial manipulation.
It's quite, typical behavior when you have this kind of dysfunctional group dynamic.
Remember that Ross rating I asked for? Some of you are already changing your number. But we're not done exposing the manipulation yet. 6 toxic people were not enough. They had to create something even more addictive. The Ross-Rachel dynamic follows the exact same pattern used to create gambling addiction. This hot-cold cycle is what forms trauma bonds, what psychologists call the same mechanism seen in abusive relationships used by narcissists and other emotionally abusive individuals to keep their partner in an unhealthy relationship. The unpredictability of the abusive cycle is what caused one to become addictive to their partner. Think about a slot machine. You don't win every time. You don't lose every time. You win just enough to keep pulling the lever. Watch their pattern. Love bombing, fighting, breakup, desperation, reunion, repeat. 7 years of emotional whiplash presented as destiny. Seasons 1 and 2, build up and get together. Season 3, jealousy and breakup. Season 4 and 7, endless push and pull. Seasons 8 and 9, baby drama and joy triangle. Season 10, final reunion. This is not romance, it's literally how you train lab rats to become addictive to uncertainty. Dopamine flows more rapidly in the brain when there's an intermittent reinforcement, a schedule of affection and attention, rather than a consistent one. The hot and cold behaviors actually exacerbate dangerous attachment rather than breaking it. The poison becomes a cure. Research showed that media portrayals directly influence how we expect real relationship to work. So am I overthinking this? Let me ask you something. If your best friend dated 6 people who all acted exactly like these characters, what will you tell them? What would you call that behavior? You call it what it is. Abuse, manipulation, toxic behavior that requires intervention. But put it on TV with a laugh track, suddenly it's romantic. These are not just reference, they are behavioral programs we run in real relationships. If this feels heavy, it should, because understanding manipulation is the first step to breaking free from it. The good news, once you see the trick, it stops working. It's hard to unsee what I just showed you, but when you watch Friends now, your brain will notice. Ross is not romantic, he's controlling. Rachel is not passionate, she's manipulative. Monica is not quirky, she's breaking boundaries. The halos will crack. The laugh track will sound hollow. The comfort will feel uncomfortable. You can still enjoy Friends, but now you are gonna watch it differently. Entertainment doesn't equal life lessons. Nostalgia doesn't equal relationship guide. But I'm warning you, once you start seeing this, you cannot unsee it. Remember that number you gave Russ at the beginning? What will you rate him now? The Friends effect is real, but awareness is the antidote. You deserve better than toxic patterns. with a laugh track. The question is not whether you will keep watching Friends or stop watching Friends. The question is, will you stop learning from it? But wait until you see what happens in The Office.